Do you want to smash your goals for 2022? Do you want to get the hottest info on nutrition, food, and training? Then download my app today and get shredded. Told you I'd be back. I'd be back with some juicy information and pointless videos. Anyway, we're back anyway. It's a new year. It's 2022, and be it 2022, one of the most popular things at that point, at the start of the year especially, is going to be guys wanting to get big, or maybe lose weight, or girls looking to get more tidy and toned. So to do that, you've only got one option: inject train into your veins. Food, and it's the most worrying one for everyone, right? Because food is the, let's say, the Achilles heel for most people, and the reason why most people don't stick at things. So the topic of the video, which I got asked a question by my friend the other day, was, does it always have to be chicken and rice? No, it doesn't. I'm going to give you a few examples. Now, be it if it's going to be for muscle building, losing weight, such, then we're going to go from different options of food options, and just a quick overview, really quickly, of how you should be approaching nutrition and food. It's all really trial and error. I mean, the more you do this, you get experience, you know what foods work better with you, but it is very important to have a realistic approach, because if you are looking to actually win this game and hit what you're looking to hit, you're fucked if you think it's going to be chicken rice and salads all the time. So, very simple. Does it have to be chicken rice all the time? Certainly not. Certainly not. Now, in the early days, when I was looking to lose weight, I used to be 16 stone, just fat. When I was looking to lose weight, it was something I did go for, chicken rice, but you know, it wasn't every meal. And then when I was looking to build muscle, then it was very much chicken rice, to the point where it got to the point where it was the point that like I was eating it very dry. I would never take sauce. I was very religious. I was a devout monk of the chicken and rice religion and broccoli. And I felt like I had to pay my dues, right? I felt like there was no option. I had to pay my dues, and I had to eat everything really dry and suffer for one day to become one with Lord Gaines. But as going on and getting older, and then have more responsibilities, I mean, listen to that right now. Do you hear it? I mean, apart from the sizzle of the egg, do you hear it? A kid-free house. And this is in the kids right at the minute for an hour. So it's house. Oh, it feels so good cooking in peace. Anyway, back to the point. Fucking food here. Keep it together, Carl. So food. Now, when you're getting older and I've got more responsibilities, I find that that's not the case. And to stay really, I mean, if you're doing this for 5-7 years plus, things get boring after a while. And to stay on point, you're gonna need to realistically find some sort of method to not have you cut your wrists in the bath. It's very important that it is really vital to find some sort of consistency. So food's a quick overview. Every micronutrient is important. If it comes to losing weight or building muscle, your carbs, fats, and proteins are very vital. When people lose weight, it's all about protein. When people want to build muscle, it's all about protein. But fuck that. Protein's important, but fats and carbs are just as important. And then you've got more detailed things along the lines of minerals and hormones and how hormones affect. You can eat hormones, obviously. Well, obviously you can inject them. You can obviously have hormones, whatever. Vitamins and minerals. The tiny details to losing weight, you know, your insulin responses, but the basic premise of calories in, calories out. And then if you want to go second detailed down an iceberg level, would be your macros. Fats and carbs and proteins are very important. Now, where do you derive your proteins from? Better sources of it. I'll give you an example right now for breakfast. My breakfast, 5 eggs. Now, some people would say, that's fucking a lot, Carl. I think eggs are very anabolic. As being a natural, I like the idea of the yolks in the eggs have a lot of monofats in them. They help actually, studies been shown to be very anabolic and help deliver testosterone through the body. Same as monofats, that's why it's very important. So that's why I go for 5 eggs. Because it's off season, I have a wee bit of paddy bread. You know, for people not in Northern Ireland, it's just bread.
It's just bread, just always there.
And then it will be oats in like a smoothie bottle, something along the lines of like this, 60 grams of oats and maybe I don't even need the protein, but just to flavour it, maybe 10 grams of protein, I'd weigh it out. So that's an example for breakfast, right? Obviously breakfast doesn't need to be fucking fish, cake.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
But that's an example. Now for lunch, after that, this is just a rundown of me anyway for someone maybe looking to build muscle and train, but it may be chicken. Chicken is a lean source. Now the thing with chicken is that you do absorb around 80% of the proteins of chicken, and it's very low calorie and high proteins. Now, when I'm talking about absorbing proteins, that's why that some foods you eat, you won't absorb the whole line of the protein from it. Some foods have a high index for that. Other foods as well have, you know, amino acids included in that, so there is better protein sources. But protein, basically, meats, more from chicken, fish, steaks and red meats are going to be your keys. Obviously eggs, whey protein if you want to get that in, there's your proteins. For carbohydrates, don't be scared of carbohydrates. For people looking for low carb diets and stuff, it's too complicated. If you're looking to lose weight, just don't deprive yourself of something like that. Now, if you are going to do something like that, I would leave your carbs to around training time, before training and after training. They're your perfect times. But don't feel demonized by eating carbs. But the likes of rice, whiter brown's fine. Potatoes, whiter brown's fine, because we're in a quality fitness state here. And then pasta, Chinese or white pasta. Pasta's fine as well. Again, it could be quite high gluten. Just watch how it affects you. Carb sources, and then for fats. Fats are very important as well. Fats are so important. Anytime I dip my fats down, my strength goes whoosh in the ground. So for fats, mono fats is your key here you're looking to get from. Derive it from the likes of peanut butter, eggs, almonds, avocados. They're your keys. Fats, you need fat to burn fat in the body. So do not deprive your body of fat. Also, mono fats have been shown to help the delivery of testosterone through the body. Now, for men, obviously, you know, men are obsessed with fucking test. Yes, get that more, get Ellie, get a big hard on. But for women, you know, a bit of test is good as well. It's going to obviously allow you to utilize muscle more and burn fat more efficiently. Given from the fact, fats are good, carbs are good, and proteins are very important. That's the kind of thing you want to be making your meals up with. Now, vegetarian and vegans, and you're going to be more deprived of certain areas of food. If you're looking to hit your protein goals and carbs and fat goals, then you're fucked. Am I joking? It's just going to be much harder for you. And that's the thing with being vegan and vegetarian, you know. You can be healthy, but in my opinion, you need to know your shit. I mean, you really need to know your shit. I mean, you need to be on top of your game. Majority of vegetarians and vegans I know eat chips or crisps or them ready-meal vegetarian meals.
It's not that vegetable eaters are bad people. It's just that they're terrible people.
The thing is with protein content with vegetarian meals and stuff, you need to remember one of the most vital bits is what I just got onto, which is your absorption rates. No, every food doesn't absorb protein the same way. So, chicken about 80%. I think red meat and mince high end of about 90%. Plus, you're getting the full range of all kinds of amino acids. But then down the list there of like nuts and stuff and plant-based proteins, you only really absorb 40-45% of those. So when people say they take nuts for protein, you don't really eat nuts for protein. You eat them for the fat content on them. So your protein content might be a lot harder to hit. A lot harder to hit if you're vegetarian or vegan. So just be very cautious of that. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't need to be chicken rice. It doesn't need to be boring. And of course, sauces as well. If you're gonna eat chicken rice or chicken potato or chicken pasta or mince or tuna, whatever, sauce is completely fine as well. But as I always say, weigh the fucker out. For example, I've now got on a bit of pasta, like tomato puree, you know, like tomato and chili pasta sauce, with some of the chicken meals I would take. But weigh it out. I mean, 125 grams of it, that's my alarm. Fucking unprofessional. 125 grams is 47 calories. Cheap ones, by the way, have less calories. But that's an example. But I weigh it out. But a trick is I'd weigh half of that out and then put water on it. Makes it go forever, and it's only maybe indulging 20 calories. So weigh it out, weigh the stuff out, it's key, but it doesn't always need to be chicken rice, that's the point. And then as far as snacks go as well, that's another big one in the new year. Guys, if you think that you want to lose weight and build muscle, and then you go, I'm gonna have to spend 30 quid in boxes of protein bars. You don't need it. You're probably getting enough protein as it is. Just make sure you go for the good, lean, dense foods and enjoy it, and somehow make it consistent. And then on the weekends, cook your own meals, have nice meals, have burger nights, have Indian nights. Just make sure you use it with good lean mince or good high protein, not shitty cuts of beef and meat, good sources like that. And for vegetarians and vegans, just graze all day, because you're going to need to get as much as you can. Anyway, it was good talking to you again. I hope this video was of some help. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one.